What is good, y'all? It is your peoples here, the people's people. We
What
for people.
do?
It's Daryl, man, and I got some heavyweights today. We trying to get it in. We really trying to get it in. So I got my four brothers from another mother. And we about to do this. I got Sosa with me. I got Eddie with me. I got Wham official with me. What's good, y'all? Sosa, what's cracking?
You already know, man. Nice little Saturday. Ready to make some money. You know?
Ready to make some money.
About that time, man. Ready to win some more money. Yesterday was a good day. Today's going to be even better. We speak it into existence, right?
Oh, here we go. Name it.
Yes, sir. I'm looking for all today.
Eddie, how you doing, baby?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Just trying to share the show, I'll tweet this out real quick. But hey, man, I'm doing good. Man. It's a beautiful morning, Saturday. Not too hot here in Cali. Man, it's a beautiful day. It's time to make some money, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Wham, what about you, baby? What's going on over there?
I'm feeling good, bro. Yeah, I'm in the same area, bro. So I'm feeling good. Good weather. You know what I'm saying? Good smoke, good drink. You know what I'm saying? Sipping on Tito. We chilling. We chilling. Let's get it cracking. Like you said, everybody got.
Where am I sharing this? Where can I find the video?
Breakdown.
Check YouTube.
Got you.
Breakdown with Daryl.
Okay.
Breakdown. Yep. There we go.
There we go. I didn't know where to find it.
And I just shared it. I tagged you guys in it, so you should be able to see it.
Yeah.
Hey, so what about what's up with that little grapefruit mimosa you was on, fam?
Oh yeah, man. You know what? That was a success, my guy. That was a success, bro. You feel me? I had some grapefruit juice, 100% grapefruit juice from Trader Joe's. You know how that shit rock. And then, man, some champagne. It's only right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, the champagne is important what Kanye was using. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely, recommend using some Clique if you're going to do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Clique, amen.
Right. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You can get you some Corbel. You know what I'm saying?
Just about to say that's probably what you don't want.
You can do it with Corbel too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving it out there. You can do it with Corbel. It ain't no problem. That shit fire though, bro. Shit fire.
Good. As long as it's do its job, man. That's all that matters.
Right.
It's a beautiful
thing, standing, man. Everybody got the bus got hit yesterday, so treading lightly today. You know what I'm saying? I'm treading lightly. Definitely want to put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's sound advice, my brother, for real.
Yeah.
Careful
there. You think it was more baseball than anything, right?
Yeah.
All those favorites hit.
Every single favorite played and won last night. That's out like that makes me not even want to fucking bet baseball today. To be honest, like I don't even want to.
It's scary, bro. You know some fuckery's going on today.
It's like, wait, like that shit happened in the NBA. You take a night off on the next night. Like I'm sitting this out, bro.
For real, bro.
I really might just take a back seat or go super light in baseball today. Super light.
Wow.
That shit got me scared.
I like this. This is responsible, sound advice for people who want to gamble, bro. Like, you don't have to gamble every day. If you want to take a break, take a break.
Take a fucking break. That's especially right, man.
And a day after all the favorites win, that's a great day to take a break. That's a great day to
it's a lot of sports too. So they have to be busy today. So maybe they key in on baseball, and you can find some advantages in soccer, or maybe taking Roger Federer, old ass who just won here. So maybe some other shit like that.
Yeah,
man. That was mean, dog. Old ass. Come on, man. That's the GOAT. Come on.
I mean, he must be 40. I'm not. I'm just saying out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, LeBron an old ass too. You know what I'm saying? You can call him an old ass.
He's
Paul. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, though, bro. You know exactly what I know. You know. I mean, you could be an old ass and be like Greg Oden and shit. Greg Oden, that motherfucker walking around like an old ass. He like 80-some years old inside.
That man was old as shit at Ohio State.
At 19, you feel me?
Yeah, the reverse button,
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Darren. My fault, bro.
No, y'all good, man. I'm about to get into this game. We only got this one basketball game. We've got right now. It looks pretty good. It's in Atlanta, right? You got Giannis out of the game. Line open up as a pick'em. It's Atlanta. I still have Atlanta -2. You'll probably find maybe 1.5 or 2.5 in some spots. And everybody, it seems like the lean would be Atlanta, but everybody's not going that way. Who you like, Sos? Talk about it.
Man, give me 1 second. I'm like, I'm getting some analytical data. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
This guy,
guys, give me 1 second. I just gotta pull it up from the thing.
Okay,
right.
Hold on. Then I'll come back to you.
All right, yeah.
Eddie, who you like?
Man, I was telling Wham this last night. I don't think I'll have a bet on this game, but I like the Hawks, man.
Yeah.
And it's for no reason at all other than I'm in love with a Cinderella story, man. And right now the Hawks are that team. I spoke about it last game and they got their ass whooped. Shout out to Sosa, man. He did his Sosa Damas again and said they'll win by 10 and they finished by 11. So, but for real, the Bucks are the better team. They're more talented. Lamb spoke on it last night. He said the only thing that I am going to, an angle, when a team goes on the road, those ancillary players usually don't play as well. Now, the Hawks are at home tonight. Maybe you're going to get a better game out of Herter. Maybe you get a better game out of a couple of other guys. But like I said, there's no logic in this pick for me, man. I just like the Hawks personally. The Bucks are the better team. The Bucks should play better. They got Drew. Lopez, what'd you call him last night? Shaq Lopez or something like that.
Shaquille Lopez.
Shaquille Lopez. Hey, we might not get the same game out of him, but still, man. As my guy Daryl calls him, Mega Mind. Let's see if he can come to play on the road. But like I said, if I had a bet on this game, and I might make a bet at the end of this show, if you guys, if I like what I hear, I might end up laying something. But my original lean is the Atlanta Hawks. I think that Trey's going to play tonight. Herter will have a better game.
Yeah,
and we'll get some more output from some of those other role players.
What say you, Wham?
Yeah, I'll kind of go and double what he says there. I believe that the Atlanta Hawks is the play tonight. I'm not going to take them full game, though. Something I talked to Sosa about is a little bit – I'm scared a little bit. I see his background. You know what I'm saying? Sosa is one of those guys that, you don't want to go against. But I am going to go against him early here. I'm going to go against them early, unfortunately. I took the Hawks -1 first quarter. I just think the Hawks are going to start off hot. Nate McMillan, he did allude to that after the game that he needs to come out, be a little bit more assertive. You guys, play a little bit more tougher defense inside the paint. I mean, as far as particularly on screen and rolls when they had fucking Lopez rolling to the rim wide the fuck open. That's not going to be happening in this game, I don't believe. So, again, I told my guy Eddie as well, like, I don't think Shaquille Lopez is going to show up about 33. And, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's going to happen. So, I think it's going to be a little bit more of an early spot. Yeah, you feel me?
Shaquille
you feel me? And Kayvon, as far as Kevin Herter, I think he's going to play better as far as points, but I'm going to go back to the well with the assists here. I had the points, rebounds, and assists last time. I was dependent on him to score. He only had 8 points. Didn't get us over there. It was down by, I think it was 4 points away. Obviously, just could have just hit a couple of shots, and that would have been it. But I'm going to go where assists is because his last 3 games, he's had 7 assists. Even though Trae Young is expected to be in the lineup, I believe, I think that he still continues to get the load off of Trae Young being hobbled that he is. And you're going to see Kevin Herter go over this 4.5 assist total. So that's one of my biggest play there is the assist there. But I am going with the Hawks first quarter -1.
Wow. So they at least come out hot and get it done. Okay, so
bro.
I actually love that angle. I love that angle because they are if you look at the way they played in the playoffs, at home in the first quarter, they played great. That makes sense. Even against the Sixers, they did it. In the first half of all those games, they played well. Sixers would take like a 15-point lead, and then in the fourth quarter, we just give it back. A couple things in regards to this is some advice from OG Daryl and OG and all the OGs on Spaces. When a star player comes back to the lineup, you're supposed to fade them. That's what they told me, right?
Yep.
Secondly, Trae Young's not like I love Trae. He's proven me wrong in every sense of the word. He whooped my team's ass on the Summer Jam screen. We've seen it. Yeah. He put us on screen. No, he beat the shit out of us. At the end of the day, that's how I feel. He beat the fuck out of us. You don't win, you lose. If you're not first, you're last. That's how I feel. So I hated him for about a week, and I'm over it now, right? He's back. The thing is this, he's missed time. He's not 100%. And then you got a first-team all-NBA defender just breathing down your back for whatever minutes you're playing. I also noticed something in regards to this Milwaukee team. They play with a much better pace with Giannis out of the lineup. He's a free throw liability. He's just a jump shot liability. You've heard me say this a bunch of times. I believe that he's the most unskilled MVP in the history of the NBA. And I can if people like feel a type of way, but show me a skill that he's great at. Show me
running somebody the fuck over, bro. Talk that shit.
Show me some sort of like he don't got no post moves. Like people criticize James Harden when he said, "I'd be great if I could just run at the rim and fucking dunk." And I'm like, well, that really is like his game. Like all he fucking does is run at the rim and dunk. He can't shoot free throws. You take him out the game. Think about this. You got a skilled big man in Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez averaged 25 points a game 3 times in Brooklyn. He didn't just fucking forget how to play basketball. It's just that as he's gotten older, he developed a jump shot and a jump shot that allows him to become a space big because that role did not exist when he came into the league. He was a post-up big man, get you a bunch of buckets, great footwork. I mean, he fucking went to Stanford. He plays the piano. Him and his brother are like fucking savants at all types of shit. They're smart dudes, right? He didn't forget how to post up. He just doesn't do it because of the retard from Greece. But
retard from Greece. That's hard.
That's another discussion for another day. All right? We defend this guy. Listen, Giannis is the defensive player of the year in the NBA, and he can't even defend on the ball. He can't defend on the ball, but he won the league MVP twice, and he can't guard a soul as far as a guard. They're talking about why didn't he guard KD?
They had to beg him to get out there with KD.
Chicken.
They had to beg him to get out there with KD.
They did.
So that's just what as far as my break, from what I've seen, like I like Milwaukee tonight. A banged up Trey. You got a banged up Trey. You got Giroux breathing down his neck all night. Giroux's gonna attack him on the defensive end. Lou will probably play better because the energy. But remember this: the last 2 games, Lou was allotted the minutes to get into a rhythm. Right. He made shots at the beginning of the game to start, but once he got into a rhythm, he started to kill. Is he going to have those same opportunities with Trae Young playing? What's his rotation numbers going to be like? That's why I'm fearful of this Atlanta Hawk team. It's one thing to make adjustments, but you're not just making adjustments. You're changing the personnel that you just had on the floor for 2 straight games.
Right.
Yeah.
And this Milwaukee team is fully fine with playing without their best player. They can adjust very easily. All these guys have to do is go out and run. You got a point guard that's going to find you, and everyone can shoot. It's more fluidity to the offense. It's more rhythm to the offense. And that's how I'm going with the Bucks tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Listen, Quavo, the Migos, it was straight. I like the Migos. It was all right. It was okay. It was
Culture 3 okay though. It's okay.
It was okay, right? Culture 3 was okay. You know what I'm saying? They got the song with
booty, y'all nice.
See, I'm trying to be nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of whack. I ain't gonna lie, but you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna disrespect because Atlanta's popping right now. They got it.
Okay, real quick.
Go ahead, Darryl. You got it.
A-Stone says Logic says Bucks should win, but the Bucks are so inconsistent. What do you think about that, Eddie? And then ask your question. He's going to ask you.
Yeah, so the Bucks are inconsistent, especially on the road, man. We've seen that all throughout the playoffs with them and versus the Nets. We've seen it in this series. They've been very inconsistent on the road. They don't knock down their 3-point shots on the road. We know that to be true. I wanted to comment on what Sosa said. I do believe that we're going to see a rotation. We're going to see Lou Will go back to the bench, of course, and we're going to see. But are we going to get those microwave points that he can bring off the bench? You know what I mean? Is he going to heat up quickly? I mean, Lou Will, right? He's a 6-man, lemon pepper Lou, man. He knows how to get it done. He can be in the strip club all night, put his gym shorts on, and go for 20, easy. But I think that's going to help the Hawks bench too. Now, what you said though, what I really, really like is Drew on a injured Trae Young. It was already tough on him before, but Drew on an injured Trae Young, we're going to see how injured this kid really is tonight. Absolutely. Because for 48 minutes, well, not 48, but you know what I mean. For a whole game, that's going to
Mhm.
wear you down. We're going to see a lot of switching. We're going to see a lot of something because Trae Young's going to need help if he's not 100% healthy, which I don't think he is. But you got to play. This is your playoff. This is your tournament life on the line right now. But yeah, that's all I wanted to touch on was Lou Will going to the bench. I think it actually helps the Hawks if he can
Right.
if he can come in with those quick and stay hot right off the bench. But I think it helps the Hawks as far as rotation wise having him come off the bench. But that's all I wanted to comment on.
JT, what's good with you fellas? What's good? What's good? I got a question for y'all. I'm gonna throw it out there, and Wham, I'm gonna start with you. Hit Sosa, and then back to Eddie. Just notice, looking at the numbers, Milwaukee shot 9 threes, bro. They were 9 for 29 from the arc and still won that game. What does that tell you? Because that's kind of scary. Then you know what I'm saying? That's kind of scary that they could still win that game convincingly and only made 9 fucking threes. Scary that they could still win that game convincingly.
My fault, y'all. Y'all got me.
Yeah, y'all got me.
Yeah. Nah, I heard you. I was gonna let you wrap up your thoughts right there.
Yeah. That's all I had to say there. Yep. So I speak on that 3-point percentage and how the Bucks were still able to win shooting bad out the arc.
Yeah, man. Again, it was the points in the paint. Brook Lopez was Shaq, bro. I mean, they had 66 points in the paint, so they were able to take that event. And it's almost, I believe, a 30-point difference. Yes, 30-point difference in points in the paint. So they had a 30-point advantage in the paint for the Bucks. So that's something they gotta address, man. You know what I'm saying? If I'm coaching this team in the Atlanta Hawks, I'm gonna keep my eye on the paint. You guys got to make sure you do not late rotation switches. Get your ass out there and do that shit quickly. Shout out to the chat as well. You know what I'm saying? I got King Allen doing a mimosa touch right there. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? My man Tony up in here as well. I was just on the show with Tony. Appreciate you, bro.
Sure.
And Sweaty Butcher as well. One of my low back homies right there. I see him up in here as well. Everybody else in the chat. I appreciate y'all. But I think Sosa made great points. As far as Giannis, bro, hitting right. That's why I'm saying let's talk your shit, Sosa, because you know how that shit is, man. But what do you think, Sosa? You think that the 3-point advantage is going to be knocking down for these guys now on the road, especially having that 31% that they had last game at the house?
What I look at is this: with Giannis off the floor, you get so much more space to maneuver. You don't have to pack the paint. You don't have to do any of that. So people think that it's going to be like people would think you'd have like an adverse reaction, right? Because it's like, well, now you can close out on shooters better. But no, that allows a guy like Giroux to really operate the way he wants, which is in pick and roll, getting a second guy and getting 10 assists. And if the second guy doesn't come, finishing at the rim. You have why that works is that every single person on the floor now has the ability to shoot threes. There's more space. Now you give a point guard who can facilitate the ball at a high level space to maneuver. Giannis doesn't help that. Giannis wants the ball in pick and roll to handle it, which doesn't ever work. Giannis wants to be at the top of the key. No, the Milwaukee offense ran. So the fluidity was there. They got anything they wanted. And then when you have Portis crashing boards, you got Tucker crashing the boards,
right?
You got Brook crashing the boards,
right?
And on the other end, Capella's shooting horribly from the free throw line, So even if he gets a bunch of rebounds, just hack him. Look at what he's shooting from the foul line, under 40%. They didn't have
that many fouls either. They only had 17 fouls for the whole game.
Yeah,
and again, the game also Giannis is going to get 10 free throws at the game every game just off them not trying to let him get a bucket. Because they know he can't shoot free throws, right? When you eliminate that, everybody can shoot free throws. Everybody can shoot the three. You got space, and then you have the ability to get defensive. Mismatches based on what's in front of the guy who has the ball. So I just feel like we immediately say, oh my God, Giannis is out the lineup, but these guys are fully competent NBA players, bro. They're good. Sure. Jrue Holiday is now, you're just letting him play his game. If you take Giannis out of the game, he operates at a higher clip because at the end of the day, you're accommodating a flawed player in Giannis, and people don't notice that. They're doing everything in Milwaukee to accommodate him. And if that means calling everybody around him average while he does nothing at an elite level except rebound the ball, that's what it'll be. We hear how great Giannis is, but he lacks no one dominant skill as an NBA player, yet he has won 2 MVPs. He doesn't have a single skill we can name off the top of our head as an NBA player, but he's won 2 MVPs. Makes no fucking sense.
What you got, Eddie?
Yeah, so I agree with him. Giannis, we were talking about it before the show. Giannis is physically gifted, but his NBA bag is light. This guy has one move, tuck the ball. I love when they show the play for Giannis, and it's a dive. It's a football play, and it's a dive up the middle, man. 22 dive. It's just Giannis tucking the ball and running through the paint, bro. 22 power, man. Running through the paint, bro. 2 back through the 2-hole. And trying to get a bucket. Hey, trying to get a bucket, man. But he is. Now, I wanted to ask a question, and this is for anybody that wants to answer it and help me with this, because I was trying to figure this out, man. Giannis was flying through the paint before, right? Now, was it because he had better shooters before the team he's on now, and the floor was more spaced, or did the league catch up with him and had to guard him?
I think it's more the second. It's not even. It's not hard to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's not hard at all. If you watch basketball, it's not hard. Just sag off him, make him shoot. If he makes it, cool. Like, we'd rather him. The dude shoots 34% career outside of 16 feet. Like, what do you? Or I'm sorry, 31% outside of 16 feet for his career. What do you think they want him to do? Just don't let him get to the rim. If he does, hack him. He can't fucking shoot free throws. Like, it's not hard to defend Giannis, in my opinion. It's
they
very
do
easy to defend Giannis.
They do the same thing. They build this wall, and that's why I like what Sweaty Butcher said. They do put a wall up on him when they drop, and that's how you can get him. And then he does a Euro step to try to do a little slinky inside the paint,
Or that spin.
Wouldn't you say that's also part Budenholzer's fault? Like, why do you even have him operating outside of the paint? Like, why do you even have him out there?
Right. He can finish. He can finish. We know he can finish.
Let him catch the ball 6 feet away from the basket and do the same shit without a running start. He's going to get to the rim every time.
Right.
Now, if this is my other question. If Giannis, like you said, is super limited, right? Why doesn't he get the same criticism that Simmons is getting right now?
Why?
If he can't shoot free throws. His bag is limited. He doesn't really do anything for his team other than rebound.
Yo, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad. Listen, you know why?
Or any sports point.
You know why? And it's something I've been saying for months. The team's built around Giannis. It's not built around Ben Simmons. The team is built to cover Giannis's flaws. Giannis can't shoot. So what do? You put a bunch of shooters around him, and it's going to look good. Because he gets 7 assists. It's like, Giannis had a triple-double. Well, bro, he's kicking it out to 3 guys that shoot 40% from 3 when he's getting double and triple teamed. Those are wide open. He got 8 assists tonight. Yeah, he's passing to elite shooters. That's the difference. Ben never had that opportunity. He don't have 4 snipers on the roof to pass to. Right. He don't have that. The team's built around a 7-footer that misses 35% of the games every season. Right? But because he missed some free throws, he's the easiest target. No one brings up the fact that Embiid shot 16% in the fucking fourth quarter in 3 games.
For real, man. Hey, man, Tobias Harris was missing.
Tobias Harris shot 29% over the last 4 games. But all we hear is Ben Simmons, Ben Simmons, Ben Simmons.
Well, I'm going to say this.
Tobias, don't do that.
I just had to throw that in there real quick, y'all.
Shout out to my guy, Sweaty Butcher, bro.
Now, it sucks, man. Send Tobias back to wherever the fuck he came from, man. Let that man, exile that man to Orlando.
No, but
Now,
like, I
hey,
think you guys, to your point though, just to answer that question, just look at Blake Griffin, the way he was guarding Giannis, doing pretty damn well, bro. It's easy as hell. Just let that motherfucker try to shoot, let him build steam, put my chest in his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, maybe get a call, maybe not.
Like, why is he shooting 8 threes? Well, bro, there's nobody within 10 feet of him. Like, why would he? Like, there's nobody. They're not even trying. They're standing at the foul line. Like, go ahead, bro. You got it. Go ahead, man. Imagine them doing some shit like that to James Harden or Russell Westbrook. Like, imagine some shit like that, because these are MVPs, right? Imagine them doing some shit like that to Kevin Durant. Like, imagine how. Come on, bro. Come on.
All right. I had this question, man, because we do have to raise it up because it's somewhat of a mantra, and we do have to understand that even with Trey in the game, he can keep defenses honest. We've talked about it, right?
Yeah.
Because he could do a move on that high pick and roll where you got to make a decision if you're going to come up to him.
That's an invisible drink, Sosa?
Nah, it's a Red Bull with the green screen.
I'm joking, bro. I'm joking.
That's I'm like, or you're going to drop back and get that lob. So do you think that's a factor today?
Sosa special stuff right there, y'all. Y'all didn't get to catch that.
He brought up ATL, man. Now I can only think of the Invisible Car episode of the show, dog.
Oh,
like,
shit, wow. Ran that motherfucker over at the end. That shit was hilarious.
I'm sorry. Now, is that an invisible truck?
Wilding, man.
Hey, but you're right, Daryl. You're right. Even if he is just a decoy on the court tonight, talking about Trae Young, he's going to open it up for those other guys. Less pressure on Herter, less pressure on Bogey. Well, I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on Bogey because
Drew Holiday's not guarding those guys no more now.
Yeah, but Bogey's going to have to score tonight. They're going to be on Trae, but he's going to, like you said, he's going to open it up with that pick and roll. He does it. He runs it really well. Capella can just float to the rim.
And like that. Come on. All right. Okay. All right.
I agree with what you said, Daryl. I think he opens it up for the rest of the team. But Bogey, I think the most pressure is on him. Somebody here in the chat said Trae might try to force a lot of things tonight, and it might not be good for him. I think he needs to play. Let Bogey be that man tonight. Let Bogey go for 25, 27 points. Let him get that money, and Trae just be that what's the word I'm looking for? The facilitator. You know what I mean? Let him run the offense. That's it. You don't got to score 40 tonight.
That's very true.
I mean, you might need it, but you I don't think he needs to score 40 to win. I think he needs those other guys to participate more than what was Herter last 4 for 10 or 4 for 12.
He was bad, man. Last game, he was bad last game. Looking at Herter, he had 3 for 12, man, 2 for 7 from the team. So he was bad.
Bogey was like 10 for. Bogey was even like he was worse. So I mean,
they were all bad. Bogdan shot 10 for 22, 7 for 16 from the 3.
Right.
And they actually shot better than Milwaukee at the 3. That's what I was saying, man.
But it was to Eddie's point as well, with the role players being on the road. They don't play that well, you know what I'm saying, when they're on the road. But when they get to the house,
all I'm gonna say
is
don't be fooled by those 3-point buckets. Don't be fooled by them threes, because they hit like 7 or 8 of them in the fourth quarter, and they never got less than 10 points. So don't let that stat fool you with Atlanta. They hit all of those threes when they got down by 19.
So you're saying garbage time point.
Yeah, most definitely it was.
My biggest fear with this Atlanta team is that y'all know about usage rate, bro. They run so much of the offense through Trae that if he's not right, it is curtains. He has to be effective. You saw what happened when he tried to play on the ankle. He went 0 for 7.
Yeah, it was bad, man.
And that's the one thing that has me on the other side today. He's been amazing. He's an elite passer. We've been knew that. He's made every play down the stretch for his team. Every one. He's literally put them in the backpack. I'm serious. Like that's what he's doing. And when you lose him, I get it. The energy from the home crowd, your bench. Win one for the homie, win one for your leader, and try to hold it down. but you see how it is when they got to game plan for a full game without him. They also got the game plan without Giannis in the lineup. And this team has played well and has the confidence without Giannis already. They know that they're going to get more shots and more opportunities. They know that.
70% on the over, man. 70% of the money over. 51% is on Milwaukee right now. So the books are still kind of evening this out. 49 on Atlanta, 51 on Milwaukee. So it's interesting to see how this maps out, but it looks like a lot of the money right now is on the over as well.
Yeah, as it should be, man. I don't expect the pace to be different without Giannis. I think Sosa pointed out to that as well. They play a lot more efficient without Giannis because he's not, he don't have to run in there and see a wall and run back out. You know what I'm saying? Throws off the fucking offense. They can actually run sets here with skilled players on the floor. And yeah, so I think the over is still a play. I got in on it at 216. It's at 217.5. Something I didn't make official, so it doesn't have that much as far as a full unit on it to make it official. I've been rocking with 2 units in the playoffs, man, because we had such a weak-ass season for me. At least it was a weak-ass season for me in the NBA. So I'm trying to make up for that in this, playoffs where it's a lot of situational shit and a lot of fade of Coach Bud for me too early. So I'm rocking with that. I love that background, Sosa, as well, man. But I'm kicking back to you, Daryl. Kick it back to you, man.
Well, yeah, man. I think there are some good angles. I like Atlanta. I like Atlanta, man. I do like them. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe because I've partial and I've been winning with them, but for what it's worth, I probably need to fucking fade my own self. You know what I'm saying? Because I've just been off for the past week. But I do like Atlanta. I like Atlanta money line. I like this to go 7 games, and I do believe that star player theory is very true. But it's not always. It shouldn't always be the end all be all, right? It shouldn't be the main reason why you don't take or you take Milwaukee. And maybe some people are looking at it that way too. Books got it pretty even. So, I'll go back to where I don't feel at this point right now that anyone's on the wrong side, right? The books are kind of telling you that. So if you're happy with who you're playing, you're going to see value. Definitely with the Milwaukee money line, or just give them a couple points. You'll probably have a greater vig. If you take Milwaukee -2, just flip it. You might have some greater value there too. Any last words on this game and your expectations before we move on to baseball?
If I had to make a case for Milwaukee, and this is the one thing that scares me about the full game for Atlanta. So I kind of like Wham's play, but to getting in Atlanta early because they got to come out with some sort of urgency, right? But if I had to make a case for Milwaukee, look at football. When you have, and I make the case about football because when you have a team that just beats you up in both the trenches, on defense, on offense, right? So then that takes the life out of a team, right? You're doing that, beating them down, right? Now flip it over to basketball. What did the Bucks do? They killed them in the paint, like 50 points in the first half alone. It was ugly. That demoralizes you because if you are getting killed in the paint, that's the easiest bucket you can make.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? That's the easiest bucket. So the team on the other side is like, Coach, what do we do? What do we do, right? So I think that's the one thing. If this team comes out with that same lackadaisical defense and not work and just lets them bully them inside, this game will be over before half.
Okay, I like that. That's bullish, man. I like that. We'll see. I think they do play better at home, but I think they do have. When you got Milwaukee thinking all we need to play is one more game, man, it's like fuck. What do you do? Milwaukee's going to come out. Second to that, I don't believe I've ever seen in this postseason Milwaukee have back-to-back bad shooting 3-point nights. I have to look at the stat on that.
It happened twice. It happened 3 out of 4 games in a row against the Bucks. They went 5 for 20 because I remember I bet on this game big. They went 6 for 30, 7 for 32, and 5 for 29. They had 3 of the most historically bad 3 shooting nights in one series.
Okay.
Well, you could say they're currently doing that right now. They shot.
They've been awfully bad in this. They've been awfully bad throughout the playoffs. Like and yeah, but they've also had Giannis for all but one game, and the one game they didn't have Giannis, they looked pretty fucking great. Is all that's something that I'm looking at. Like, bro, did y'all watch the offense? The offense, it looked beautiful. It was from side to side. Bro, I don't think I saw Milwaukee get that many real open shots all playoff. If I'm lying, tell me I'm wrong.
If I'm lying, I'm dying. Hello, I'm still here.
Tell me. Like, did y'all watch? I was watching. They got anything they wanted. There was never at any point where they were like, okay, man, they're making it tough on us. No, we got an elite point guard who's an elite facilitator, elite defender, and find open guys, and they're getting open.
They're getting open. They're getting open, man. We'll see. We will see, because I was more excited about this series than the Sun series anyways. I think Nate has cemented himself, and we're going to see what happens. I love what Nate has done to that team in a short span, bro. And I'm a big Lloyd Pierce fan too. So, all right, man, we get into this baseball. I think it's time for a little bit of baseball, because we got Alan over here asking for some locks. All right, so looking at this baseball right now, currently, we don't have any games that have finished. So the game that's on right now, we've got some games starting here. The first game that's actually at the bottom of the second is the Mets versus the Yankees. So this is the Subway Series, right?
Correct. They ran down today. There's a doubleheader today, believe.
Yeah. And then we've got Tampa Bay.
No. They're playing one game.
Yeah, it's not doubleheader today. It's they're playing doubleheader on tomorrow on 4th of July.
Oh wow, that's
ready for the fireworks.
Wow. Subway Series doubleheader on July 4th. It doesn't get more American than that now.
Man.
I feel like a patriot now. I feel like a true patriot. Well, we get to all right. Enough of that.
Okay. So anybody got a look on this game? Did you make a play on this game, or did you live bet, or are we off this game?
Betting on the Yankees is like juggling grenades.
Awful.
He said juggling grenades. You got a death wish, huh?
I'm dead serious. Like, if you want to just slap the fuck out of yourself the next morning, bet on the Yankees.
Hey, instead of betting on the Yankees, just send me the money, man. It's good. I'll take it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You're just giving money away at that point. They are horrible.
For real.
Okay, so some people like Mets in the chat, but we off this game. The other game, that's at 3:07 Eastern time, so that's coming up here in about 2 hours or so. Tampa Bay and Toronto. Any look on this game, y'all?
I have a play in this game from the Spin Doctor. The guy. The play that he's given out is under strikeouts for McClanahan. He actually said if you can drop the number down even one less, you would take it. Right now it's at 5.5. It's a little juiced. But according to just the math that he's used, McClanahan's under strikeouts today should be, for all intensive purposes and terms, a lock.
A lock. Wow. Yeah. There you go. So, Alan, to your point, if you want to know a good baseball play, that was it right there. If you need a lock, that's it, man.
If I was gonna, but there's value tonight. Like we said earlier, though, be very careful in picking winners and playing run lines today. Mm-hmm. When it comes to Major League Baseball, we had every single favorite win last night. Mm-hmm. That should just, obviously that's not going to happen again. Mm-hmm. So we take from it what you may. As far as a lock in baseball, that's tough. I suppose, but just that's a play that I'm actually already bet the McClanahan strikeouts.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, what else you like, but I'm going with the Dodgers team total over.
Okay.
Well, they showed last night, man. I have them at over 5.5. That's at plus 110. Washington's bullpen is an absolute joke. We saw it last night. We saw him last night. It was, not particularly the what you want to see. They were up 3-1 going into the seventh. They gave up, I believe, 9 runs in the seventh inning or eighth inning. So that's just their bullpen's terrible. Scherzer was mad as shit because he went to 100 pitches, wanted to stay in the game. They took him out. They immediately lost the game. I have no faith in Washington. I'm a Dodger fan, obviously, but
Mhm.
I have no faith in Washington, and like I said, I took the team total, so I'm not picking a winner. I'm not coming out here and telling anybody to pick any winners in baseball today. There are so many options in a baseball game that you can bet to not ever have to pick a winner, that there's no reason for you to come back tomorrow and say, "Oh my God, I bet on so and so and they lost."
Right.
We told you not to do that.
Okay, so you've got Shane McClanahan at under 5.5 strikeouts.
Yes, and according to my guy, you can knock it down one. You can even get a better number if you can knock it down to 4.5. He said he believes it's a virtual impossibility that his number hits today, based on his data.
Yeah, but okay, so walk me through this then.
It was undefeated yesterday, by the way.
If it's under 5, I mean, that's considered not a good pitching night, right, guys?
Bro, listen, the books have no idea how
The
to.
total set at 10, so it correlates with what he's saying.
Gotcha.
You don't have to. He's a high ground ball pitcher, so it doesn't necessarily mean that he's a bad pitcher. He's a bad pitcher. He's a young kid. He's a rookie this year. He's a rookie. He's still figuring things out. He's got 50 innings in, but what the guy's saying is he doesn't necessarily need to strike people out to get out. He's a high ground ball rate, and his hard contact is low. So if you look at his hard contact percentages, they're low. Medium contact is low. He's a hard thrower, but he's not. He doesn't elicit a lot of hard contact, but he gets ground balls. So just to talk to your point, he doesn't need to throw Ks to get people out.
And his numbers are also to the point where they've seen a precipitous drop off based on how pitchers have pitched since the crackdown on the sticky stuff has started.
Yes.
And, I believe now not only are they cracking down on the sticky stuff, they're juicing the baseball again.
Right.
You can believe whatever you want, but I mean, bro, like, are you seeing how many runs are being scored?
Yeah.
Like the ball is just flying out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
I understand the crackdown on the sticky stuff. Baseball wants offense. There's a direct correlation with runs, scores, viewers. I understand, like, once you have 5 no-hitters in the first month of a major league season, and Vegas caps the number of no-hitters at 15.5, and they've never been over 5.5 in a year ever. That was the main concern with Major League Baseball. We've seen this extreme crackdown, which is really bullshit. But once there were so many numbers and it was so blatant, baseball had no choice but to do something, because if they didn't, it would kill offense and teams would be fucked, because people watch for offense. People watch for runs being scored. They're not watching to see 0-0 games. Like, do you watch sports to see no scoring?
Hell no. That's not happening.
Right.
That's not happening. Okay. So we like the Tampa Bay angle.
As far as McClanahan, just his
the under for the pitcher.
Right. Yeah. I did see somebody in the chat say they're going with the Toronto team total over 5.
That's not a bad look at all. They're an offensive team who are going to have to score to beat teams because their pitching is absolutely horrendous.
Okay.
Their pitching staff's a joke. Their pitching staff, their bullpen, an absolute joke.
You don't have no faith in Ross Stripling today?
Hell no.
I don't have faith in him, but I think he can get it done today. I would take him early.
Early. I'm chilling, bro. Their pitching staff has just performed so terrible. Look at the last last 10 days. They've been fucking terrible. Like, you would even, like, if you were betting I was telling the homies the other day, if I was going to bet a Toronto game, I would bet when Ryu is pitching, because he's like the closest thing to an ace they have, right?
Right.
And he got jacked the fuck up the other day, like 2 days ago. There was nothing around it. He's just, like I said, I think there's going to be scoring for sure, because, again, Toronto is dependent on scoring runs to win. They can't get quality pitching performances, and they know that.
Okay.
I kind of feel like they know that. Like I said, the team total over for the Dodgers, I'm rolling with. The bats are alive. If you've been watching the Dodgers too, if you watched the Dodger game last night, they gave you a masterclass on how to put the ball into play and get hits and not play the analytics game.
Wow.
All these teams are out here trying to hit home runs and striking out at an all-time high. Watch the way the Dodgers play baseball. They don't force anything. They're not out there swinging for the fences. They put the ball in play.
Okay. I like that.
You know, that they're not out here chasing home runs. There's only about 5 or 6 teams in all of baseball that do that.
And they don't strike out, and they're disciplined at the plate, and they walk a lot.
Pitchers work, bro. They scored over 420 runs already. Yeah, and I'm all for Espino being solid, and that's a fact. What you're saying is true. But what happens once you get to the bullpen? Because their bullpen's horrible. And their bullpen last night, they used every guy in it after the 7th. You know how bad you have to be a
You have to be pitching.
Your starting pitcher got you in. He got you into the 7th inning. 7th inning, you give him 9 runs in the 7th. As soon as he goes out, and you go through 5 relievers to end the game, and then you get an early start against the Dodgers the next day. Yeah, best of luck with that, bro. Best of luck.
All right, these next 405 games Eastern time.
He said the bullpen is not good. I mean, the Dodgers bullpen isn't great because we haven't had to be great. We've had 3
Dodgers bullpen. I'm sorry. Dodgers
hold on. I got this. We've had 4 All-Stars out of the lineup. Seager just got put on the 60-day DL. The most consistent player in our lineup has been Justin Turner. We still rank top 10. We still have the most wins in baseball on the run line by 8. We have more than San Francisco on the run line, and they've been in first place all season.
Dodgers bullpen has the 3rd most saves, bro, this year so far.
And I believe we're 6th overall.
Yeah, 28 saves.
You want to walk it back down.
You're not gonna go for my team, bro.
I know you just, no. I was thinking JT a baseball guy too. He got the baseball avatar and everything.
Yeah.
Off top.
Trolling out here. I got this early. It's early. It's only right. It's only right.
I mean,
Let's do these next 2 games.
Blew one the other night, though.
I don't want to get lost in the sauce, man. This next 4 or 5 games Eastern time: Milwaukee at Pittsburgh, San Diego at Philly. Y'all know I'm a Patrick fan, man. But y'all like any angles on this game?
I got to play in the Milwaukee game. Let me pull up these stats real quick. I had them up, but my damn phone is acting funny. Okay, so they're going to Milwaukee's going up against Cody Ponce. He's not a good pitcher. He's only pitched in 2 games this year. He's given up multiple runs. He's got an ERA of almost 8. His xFIP is high. His FIP is high. He's not striking anybody out. He's walking almost as many people as he's striking out, and as a strikeout rate, excuse me. But the kid is just bad. And then if you look at the flip side to Milwaukee, their numbers aren't great. But look how many runs they're putting up in these last 5, 6, 7 games. It's it's crazy. I'm talking about 14 runs, 10 runs, 7, 2, 7. You're seeing crooked numbers all through their recent game logs. And I don't understand it because their lineup is kind of trash. But one thing I want to get a shout out to Sosa, because he did say check for Milwaukee to get better as the year goes on. They're going to get more healthy, and their lineup's going to start to hit. And it seems like it's happening now. Now Pittsburgh is a pitcher's park, and it's not a park where you're going to see a lot of runs. But when you get a gas can on the mound like that, you got to take advantage. So I won't be taking. Brewers are going to win. Probably the run line's good, but I got to do more research. But I'm taking their team total over 4.5. It's short. 4.5. I'm taking the over 4.5. Let me make sure I got that number right. I'm pretty sure it's 4.5. And I'm going to take Milwaukee's team total over 4.5 at -135. It's juice. If you guys got FanDuel or DraftKings, you could probably get it at 5 with a better number. But I'm taking it official at 4.5, man, and it'll probably be my most heaviest play today.
Wow.
To drop back to that Blue Jays game real quick, I am going to take their team total over. I'm going to get it at 4.5 juice, though. I'm going to take it 4.5 juice, and I'm going to take their first 5 because Toronto on the road hasn't really been good. They've won a couple of games, and they look good, and they're a good baseball team overall, but on the road, they have not been really good. So I will take their first 5, and first drink of the day. Let's go. And
what team are you on, though? What was that last play?
Toronto.
Yeah, Blue Jays. What was the team total for the Blue Jays?
I like that.
You said 4. You said 4.5 for
4.5 for the Brewers.
Toronto's at the crib though.
Toronto's at the crib.
If you're with Toronto, here let me tell you a real.
I mean, Tampa hasn't been good on the road. Sorry.
Let me give you a quick stat in regards to Toronto. Toronto has achieved their team total over on every Saturday this season except for one.
Oh shit! Really?
If that means anything to you guys, and then
what is their team total today? That's what I was trying to get.
Over 4.5, I believe. But they've achieved
so Brewers and Toronto are 4.5.
Yeah, they average 8.4 runs per game on Saturday. If that means anything to you.
You know what? I those stats, you know, they're it's an interesting stat, and it's for curiosity and for people to listen to. Right. But it correlates well. I like it. I like the stat. In day games, their average in day games is almost 20 points higher than it is at night. They're 263 batting average at night and 283 in day games. And this is a team.
One more Saturday stat. The worst team in Major League Baseball on Saturday this season, on the run line and money line, has been the Chicago White Sox.
Okay. Fair enough.
So if that like, I don't know, like sometimes it does correlate. I don't know. Maybe they party harder on Fridays. I don't know. Who knows? But like Saturdays they don't play well, and then Saturdays Toronto plays well.
All right.
The Rockies are a weekend team. They play good on the weekend, and then they forget from Monday to Friday what's going on.
We looking at Yu Darvish pitching today, man. It's a low total, in my opinion, at 8. What say you on this game? Y'all like anything on this game?
I'm gonna go Yu Darvish under K's, under 7.5. Parlay it with something.
Is that from our math guy?
He was on the list. Yes, he was on the list. He's not. He wasn't.
Yu Darvish under. That boy's a bad pitcher, man.
Under 7.5. Phillies on a Saturday at the crib. Give me just give me the Phillies, y'all. Listen, and also never bet the Phillies for the whole game. If you're gonna bet the Phillies, bet them first 5. Have the worst. Have like worst this season. So like if you're gonna take the Phillies, take them first 5 to stay in a game, but don't ever pick them the whole game.
Ever. Yeah, I mean right now they got juiced up, so it seems like some money might have come in on San Diego because now it's Philly money line on this is plus 140.
What's Yu Darvish's number for under? It's probably like I guarantee you it's like over minus 150 for sure.
Or under 7.5?
Yeah, under 7.5.
Okay, so that's another one I'm looking at, under 7.5 Ks. Okay. All right.
What's the number that you got though? That's what I want to know.
I'll bring it up right now. So you got Yu Darvish strikeouts. Under would be minus 166.
Holy
That's at FanDuel. That's
juiced like a motherfucker.
What does that tell you?
What that tells me he ain't hitting the goddamn thing.
What does that tell you?
That tells me that tells me if the number's that high to the under, he's not reaching that fucking number.
And like our guy mentioned, you don't pay juice when you win.
No.
Wow.
I don't like betting a lot of juice, but if it's there for a reason, man, the book story, right?
The dude's on point. I'm gonna keep rolling with him. It's just the guy Darvish is at the top of it. Was one of the guys that's at the top of the chart. He also is one of those guys that's talented enough to get guys out without the sticky stuff. But
yeah,
the charts say that he's on there.
Okay,
so it is what it is.
Miami at Atlanta, Chicago at Cincinnati, White Sox at Detroit, Minnesota at KC. All those games are on the 4:10 slot. 5 minutes together too. Y'all looking at any of those games?
I got the Reds today. Coming off last night. I like the Reds.
Rocking with Molly.
Yeah, I'm rocking with them. Turbo. I'm fucking with the Reds today for sure. And also the dude Alzolay or whatever. He's a fucking burger.
Yeah, he's a bomb.
He's coming back to home.
Blowing up.
He's a fucking burger. And
so
then,
is this a run line type deal to where you could take Cincy minus 1.5?
Yep. So and then also you got me. I'm about to put a parlay together for you right now. Yu Darvish strikeouts under. Parlay that with Garrett Richards for the Boston Red Sox.
That motherfucker was decent in May, but he was trash in June, bro.
He's
Okay.
been.
And what is that? What does that play? Is it
Coming
under?
home.
You notice he's been trash since June 6th.
Right.
June 6th, that's when they started the crackdown, right?
Wow.
Since the crackdown, he has an ERA of 11.
Yeah, he booty.
Of 11.
Yeah, he booty.
So just again, he's on the list for a reason.
So Red Sox.
What you think they could go over their team total over in the first five? You think they could go over the team total over in the first five for Cincy?
What is it, 3.5?
I believe so. I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
like that 3.5, especially at the crib. They play better at the crib. Atlanta plays better at the crib. I just don't know how. Did you guys see what happened in Atlanta last night?
Yeah, man. It was on that no runs in the first inning.
And that was the only time they fucking
I got
scored.
fucking killed because they pulled the fucking the pitcher.
No, they didn't pull him, dog. He got ejected.
No, they ejected. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I meant to say.
After
Wow.
one,
I didn't watch it.
It's just one pitch and they ejected him, bro.
one pitch, he hit Acuna and they tossed him first.
And that Acuna hit was the only run that they fucking scored, bro.
That was one of the wildest situations
Stupid as
you'll
fuck,
ever
man.
see, bro. That was craziness. I'm trying
Okay.
to find.
Hold on. I wanted to make sure I got these plays so that we can put them out. Right now, I've got Red Sox. You're taking you said you're comfortable with taking Red Sox -1.5. Or are you looking more at Garrett Richards under a certain amount of strikeouts?
Yeah, I just put it. This the parlay I'm going to do. I'm going to do Darvish and Garrett Richards both under their strikeouts. That's a +173. That's awesome. I like that.
So Garrett
I can
Richards,
actually get
Darvish, would you throw? Would you be real ballsy and throw McClanahan in there?
I would throw McClanahan in there, but if I'm gonna do a 3-team parlay, I'm gonna put less money on it just because I don't like. If it's a 2, I'm gonna put more. But if it's 3, I'm gonna do precipitously less.
Okay. All right. Talk to me about this Dodgers game, y'all. Talk to me about the fucking Dodgers. They're playing Washington. We got Clayton Kershaw, Mr. Automatic, in the regular season.
Hey, I personally, like I said, I love us. I love us against that bullpen. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is not a biased pick or anything like that. This is a pick that you think we could.
I mean, everything with me and the Dodgers is biased.
Yes, that's why I asked.
I mean, I can't lie to you. It's a system bet. I bet them every single game this year on the run line. That's why I know their run line stats. I bet them every single game because it's a system bet. At the end of the season, that's when you see how it works out, right? And I've already explained that to you. So, like, I take them every chance I get, and that bum ass bullpen for the Nats. That ain't shaking shit. So I'm good.
Y'all see what Betting Joe's saying here?
That's actually a good look. Alex Cobb plays better at home, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good look. Alex Cobb plays better at home. He's still a can. He's not a good pitcher. I like the over in the game. You know what I mean? I want to take the over because they have Orioles are sending up Jorge Lopez, and this guy. I'll be honest with you guys, man. Every time this guy's like zigzaggy with me. Every time I bet against him, Jekyll and Hyde. You don't know what Jorge Lopez you're going to get. But I would take the over in that game just because I think we're going to see a lot of runs, just like we've seen the last night with the Orioles and the Angels. And I think we're going to see a lot of runs. Alex Cobb, I don't know if he's on the spin rate list, but he's a can. I don't even need to look at his advanced numbers. I know he pitches a little better at home than he does away, but
wow,
he's a can, bro. So yeah, I would take the over. And if I like the over, then I have to agree with the Orioles team total. So. Yeah, I like the play.
I'm gonna back that up too because last 4 games, Orioles are the best offense in baseball, even though they lost last night. Look at what they did against Houston. They're clicking right now. I mean, they went into Houston. Think about this: before that Houston game, they were 8-27, right? In those 3 games, their offense took off against Houston,
right?
And they carried over against a bad pitching rotation in LA. Like they're not good. They just struggled with the fucking Yankees, and they suck.
They suck.
speaking of what, that's weird because I was looking at the Houston game now.
Yes.
That money line is actually going to Cleveland's favor. I mean, it opened 151. Now it's at plus 140. Like, what is that telling you?
Ridiculous. I don't have no idea for
I
that.
have no idea.
Odorizzi is he's not a reliable pitcher.
Right,
He's garbage.
right.
He's Basura.
But they got Basura. Trash. Hey, they have Eli Morgan, right? He's pitching for the Indians. And as Sosa said with the Dodgers, our Dodgers, he said that he loves to take a system play -1.5. Ever since these Houston bats have woken up, I have taken their team total every single game. I don't care if it's 4.5 or 5.5. If you could buy a half a point or find a 5 or whatever you can do, take their team total. They will hit it tonight against this kid, and they will get it early.
Wow.
Very early. This kid,
like
Eli
that.
Morgan, is going to get smashed. And the bats for Houston, they hit righties really well. I'm talking about their OPS numbers like 890, WRC plus like 130. This stuff is it's MLB The Show. It's me playing against my son, bro. It's crazy. It's ugly, dude. These guys are mashing. And don't get discouraged if Eli Morgan pitches a great first inning, a great second inning. That third time through the order or second time through the order, he'll be out the game. By the third and the fifth inning, the Houston Astros will have no less than 3 to 4 runs on the board, easy, and then you can coast and get those next two. I see them hitting that team total before the 6th.
Yeah, team totals I'm looking at are kind of aligned with what you guys are saying. I'm looking to fade Eli Morgan early, so team total first half 2.5 for Houston Astros. Looking to fade Wade LeBlanc as well. I think that the Rockies get a little bounce back spot here. The over 2.5 is juiced -165, and then if you want,
what was that Astros? What book do you guys get the first 5 team totals, bro? What book?
You could go to Bovada. You could go to Bovada.
Bovada do that all day.
Yeah.
I mean, I got many books, but I'll use Bovada when I'm posting my plays just to stay uniform.
Right.
It's not my favorite book. It's not the best book because they do numbers too. That book fucking sucks. But just
the most convenient. They're just the most convenient. I think that's pretty
what it is. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And I'm looking to probably back what you're saying though, Sosa, with Molly. Go ahead, fade the Ozare, whatever the fuck his name is.
Odorizzi,
yeah. Not Odorizzi, no, not Odorizzi. Not Odorizzi.
You're talking about Alizé from Chicago.
The Chicago pitcher.
Big fade.
Yeah, I'm looking to fade him early as well. 2.5 is that on Bovada is 105 for the first half. So that could be something that you could be able to take in. But I'm a little skeptical here because I got to look a little bit more into the Reds. But what I'm looking at for sure is the fade Eli Morgan. I think Eli Morgan is a big fade. Yeah. So the team total for the Houston Astros is on my radar. I kind of hope that they come down early. That way we can live bet the team total over. That's what me and the homies been doing. It's been looking great. You know what I'm saying? Looking great there. But that's kind of the only looks I have for baseball though.
All right, we winding down, man. We're gonna if anything,
got one more play. If I can,
that's what I was gonna ask you. Okay. I'm gonna give the floor to all of y'all, and what I want you to do is there's no locks in this betting shit, but of course we gotta appease to the people who feel that there's always a guaranteed. So with that said, I want you to give me your picks. Sos, Eddie, and then Wham, and then tell me where you're comfortable, like with your most heaviest pick to probably like unit wise. This is your biggest play, medium play, smallest play. Sos, I'll start with you, Eddie. You after that, and then Wham, you end it out.
My biggest play today.
Yes, sir.
That's a tough one, man.
I
gotta tell you.
Well, if they're all on the same tier,
for me, it would be that Houston Astros team total, bro. Like the reason being is once you lose a 3-game set to Baltimore, you kind of seen it last night. Like they're not with the bullshit. All right, you're gonna put a fucking can out front on the fucking mound. We're gonna smack that shit out the park.
Right.
Like that. So that's my best look for the day as well. I mean,
okay.
They're arguably the most talented team. You lose a 3-game set to Baltimore, you better fucking handle business against this bum ass squad. Come on. Saturday at Jacobs Field, man. Come on. It's flying up for the July weekend. The free fireworks after every game the next 2 days.
Okay,
That used to be a huge deal as a kid, man. Like, they got fireworks tonight.
Astros team total. I feel it. Eddie, what you got, baby?
Okay, so I'll just recap my plays. I got Brewers team total over 4.5. It's juiced at -137. I got Astros over 4 and shoot. Let me make sure I got the number. I know I didn't get it at 4.5. That's for sure. I got Astros over 5.5 at plus money, +100. So I got Astros team total over 5.5 +100. I am also taking Toronto first 5 -130.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with this team right here. Don't let them scare you, because they haven't been playing well the last few games. But they're going up against Griffin Jacks in the Minnesota Twins. I'm going KC Royals. I'm gonna bet them 2 ways. I'm gonna bet them first 5. And I'm also going to bet their team total. And I'm looking at it I just had it up on my book. I'm looking at it at over 4.5 for the KC Royals team total. Over 4.5 at -137. And the first 5 is -138.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Some juice plays for me, but my best bet will obviously be the Houston Astros. But because Sosa said it, I'm gonna use the Brewers as my best bet.
Got you.
Yeah, I'll use Brewers over 4.5 team total.
Okay. So, Wham, what about you, baby? Your best bet on the day? What you looking at?
Yeah, I agree with all you guys with the Houston Astros. I think we expect some runs there, so the team total over 5.5 is a good play there. But again, for my best bet, as far as the biggest bet, they all been the same right now. I kind of got the same on the team total for the Houston. Same for the Kevin Huerter, same for the first quarter. So I'm going to go with the Kevin Huerter, though. The last 3 games, he's had 7 assists, over 4.5 assists. I think that should be something that we see here. Again, he's not going to be having to guard. Drew Holiday's not going to be on this time. And it's going to be a little bit more ease for Trae Young while him, continue to distribute the ball. So I got Kevin Huerter over 4.5 plus 104.
Okay, and for myself, I didn't have any strong leans today, but I'm still leaning Hawks money line here. I can't be afraid to bet it, even though I've been bad. So my favorite play, I've definitely been convinced that Houston is the look here. So Alan, if y'all are wanting a lock, everybody is in agreement that Houston team total is going to do good. Real quick, what y'all think about JT's Miami's no runs first inning and Cubs no runs first inning? Is that a good look? Is that something that y'all will entertain?
We have Rogers on the mound.
We've had a 53% influx in runs in the last 2 weeks. I'm gonna not touch that.
Yeah, I understand. I've been on the fucking other side of those.
The yes runs
for a bunch of killed. I had the no runs in the first inning for the only fucking run in the Atlanta game yesterday. So I'm gonna stay away from that shit too. But I know my guy JT do really good work though. So he's talking that talk. He's talking that shit, man.
I'm just too scared, man. I'm too scared of this no runs first inning when we're seeing just the evidence that the ball is juiced and these dudes have been cheating. Like, you don't know. Like I'm too scared, man. I'm too scared.
All right, man. That's the card, man. We went over a little bit. I wanted to keep it at an hour, man. But when you vibe, you vibe. Eddie, Wham, Sos, man. Hey, y'all just some good brothers. Trout, where can they meet you? I always call you Trout and it's Trot. But Wham, where can they find you on all your socials?
Yeah, I'm Walter Trotter, the son. Trout Wham on Twitter. Hoopbanging Sports Talk on YouTube. And, we do this shit every fucking few days. You know what I'm saying? Find me on Plus Sports Radio as well.
Yeah.
You might even find me on fucking J Money shit.
Yeah.
SBR. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Should be open.
Mr. International himself, dog. Mr. International, man. And for what it's worth, for y'all viewing, man, these 3 guys never fucking sleep. Okay, so don't. Maybe Eddie might get a little sleep, but hey, I'm telling you, man, these guys never sleep. So, where can they find you, baby?
Sosa the Locksmith on Instagram, Sosa Locksmith on Twitter, and in these streets.
My God, yeah.
We outside, man.
We
outside again.
Hey, Eddie, where can they find you, baby?
Hey, man, at Real Simba 4 on Twitter. That's the only place. You can catch me on one of these good gentlemen shows as a guest host. And, man, let's get this money, man. Fast money with Fast Eddie, bro. Let's get this.
Let's get it. Y'all can find me at It's Durrell, man. That's it. That's all she wrote. Just quick and simple. It's Durrell. I'm mainly the basketball guy. But these guys are some heavy hitters, man. I shouldn't have to say that. Y'all should know these motherfuckers. These brothers are some heavy hitters, man. Some heavy hitters. So if you're not following them, you're honestly afraid of money. That's what you're afraid of. You're afraid of making money if you're not following these guys. Dead ass. It's just that simple. So last words, anything else before we get out, man? Free Sha'Carri Richardson.
They're doing my baby so dirty, man. They're doing her so dirty.
Hey, Texas, they talk about burning Texas down, bro. These motherfuckers is not playing out here.
Let me just make one statement on this before we get off. Listen.
Yeah.
Any motherfucker on the internet talking about she should be banned, she should this,
Get the fuck out of here, man.
all y'all need to shut the fuck up.
Shut
Okay? You was 21 years old. What the fuck was you doing? You probably putting shit
dancing to the crowd. Maybe dancing to the crowd.
Whoever's hearing this, if you got something negative to say about Sha'Carri Richardson, suck a dick. Your mother should have swallowed you.
Right. Hey,
Wait for further.
just so we're right, didn't she hear about her mother's death because of a reporter?
Bro,
I don't know. I can't speak to that, but I do want to say, man, and I'm gonna say something a little controversial because the day and age we live in. But man, if they letting trannies compete in women's sports, weightlifting, and they're banning her for smoking some weed, bro, we live in a clown upside down ass world.
Hey, end the show on that one.
Mic drop. Hey, call him Mike.
Gotta go.
It had to be said, bro. It had to be said. I'm sorry.
Hey, with that, man, we gone.
My nigga, I'm glad you said
going. I can't top that shit. I can't even top it, bro. I'm out. Hey, thanks for tuning in, y'all, man. Until next time, make sure you follow us, man, and we gonna get you some money. Y'all be cool.